Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me at the start of your weekend. So basically, it's Wednesday. I'm like filming on Wednesdays like all the time lately. I don't know what it is about hump day, but it's happening. So anyways, guys, you can see I have a full face of makeup on because I was testing some of the products, well, yeah, most of the products from the BoxyCharm September box. And yeah, basically right now I'm literally like in my jammies and I just worked a long day today and I just wanted to shower, get comfortable, and test out some of these products from BoxyCharm. So guys, if you want to see what I think about these products and how they apply, just keep watching. But before we get into the main footage, if you could like this video and subscribe down below, that would be awesome. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and apply this face. Okay guys, so I zoomed you in so we can go ahead and begin the makeup process so you guys can really see some details. Right now, I look a little bit like a zombie because I put on my primer and my concealer, and my concealer is like really light compared to the color of my skin because I just got back from the beach. So the first thing we'll be testing out today, guys, is the Bare Minerals foundation brush. So what I really love about BoxyCharm is they send this little guide about basically what you get in the BoxyCharm, the price of each item, like tips on how to use it. So starting off with the Face Perfecting Brush by Bare Minerals. The retail price is $28. And the description is, this patented makeup brush lets you adjust your foundation coverage by the drop of a perfectly seamless foundation application. So Boxy tip is apply your favorite foundation into the fluid reservoir of the brush. Buff the foundation onto your skin in a swirling circular motion, starting on the outside of your face near your cheekbones, working your way to the forehead, cheeks, and nose. So let's give it a try. And guys, here's what it looks like on the inside. So I'm going to be honest with you guys, I never use brushes for my foundation. I always use a beauty blender. Like, I just feel like it goes on like so seamlessly when I use a blender. But at the same time, I wanted to have a nice foundation brush just to like test foundations with the blender or the brush. So I'm really glad that this is what I got in my box because I knew there was a set of eyeshadow brushes too, I think. For foundation today, I'm actually going to be using the Revlon Color Stay Makeup. I have a darker shade here and a lighter shade, and basically I have this around for whenever I get tan because most of my foundations are very pale colored because I'm usually very pale. I did get that Peaches and Cream foundation, but I'm currently lending that to a friend to test out, so we're going to use Revlon today. Okay, so I'm going to I'm not exactly going to put it in the reservoir because I have the two colors on my hand, so I'm going to mix those together. So guys, I'm going to have to get really creative because I'm mixing the foundation on my hand, and as you can see, it's not going into that reservoir in the center of the brush. So I'm literally going to have to pump the two colors into the center of the brush and mix it with the end of a makeup brush. Okay, so let's give this a try. So I currently have some hair getting in this. I will say, I feel like with a brush you aren't wasting as much product because I feel like a lot of the product does get absorbed in a beauty blender. So I feel like the shade is still very pale against my skin, but we'll just go with it for tonight. For makeup brush, I actually do feel like this is going on somewhat nicely. I do feel like this foundation is like very like liquidy and a little just like a little too dewy for me, I would say. And I can see a little bit of brush strokes. So I'm actually going to do half of my face, I think, with the brush and the other half with the beauty blender. my face with the foundation brush, then the other half I need to use my blender with and see kind of like the difference, how I feel about it. I feel like this foundation goes a long way. I haven't used the Revlon Color Stay for like a while, and I feel like I got too much both times with my brush and with the Beauty Blender. Guys, I feel like I still like the Beauty Blender more. I'll definitely test out the foundation brush with different foundations as I buy new products, and I'm really glad like I have a nice foundation brush by Bare Minerals, but I'm probably still gonna stick with the Beauty Blender. Let me show you guys a close-up so you can kind of see the difference between using the brush and the blender. Okay guys, so now that we have tested the Bare Minerals foundation brush and we have our liquid foundation on, I'm going to go ahead and put on some Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Powder on top to make it matte. And this is actually another oldie that I haven't reached for in a while. I'm going to apply this with the Too Faced Retractable Bronze Boogie Brush. I'm going to go ahead and do my contour and highlight off camera because I know I don't want this video to be too long, and I only want to test out the products that were in the BoxyCharm, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my contour and highlight done, and I did use the Anastasia contour kit. Okay guys, the second thing in this BoxyCharm I'm really nervous about, it is the Luminess Loose Blush. I've never applied loose blush before, so I'm a little nervous about this. So let's read the card and see how it says to apply. Okay, so this is by Studio Makeup. It retails for $35. Boxy tip is place desired amount of product into the cap of the item, ensuring that you don't use too much powder. Lightly dip your brush into the cap to pick up just enough blush and apply to the apples of your cheeks. Continue applying until you reach the desired look. Alrighty. I am just using an e.l.f. blush brush. So this is what I put into the cap. So here goes nothing. This is not going well. A little bit goes such a long way that if you have it all over your brush, it's going to be way too much. But if you just have a little bit in a certain area, like, it's not going to apply evenly. And that's what I feel like I'm struggling with right now. I mean, it is a really pretty color. See, I personally don't like... I do not like blushes with a lot of pigment. I like to be able to build it up and like dip my brush into the palette and like not be afraid. I feel like that cheek applied a little better. I mean, this, yeah, it definitely really is a pretty shade. I am impressed with it. I just don't know how often I'll reach for it because it can go, like, so wrong if you are in a hurry and you get too much on your brush. But yeah, I do like it. And I'll be right back. I'm going to quickly apply some highlighter from the Anastasia palette. Okay guys, so basically like the bulk of the face is done. Now we're just going to focus on the eyes and then the lips, which leads into our next product. Here I have Eyebrows by MAC Cosmetics. It is a eyebrow pencil. This is a self-propelling, self-sharpening, and brow-defining pencil. This pencil will add everything you need, shape, color, and or density in one streamlined tool. Like a pen, it creates its own just right point for striking arches. It's also the perfect pencil to take on the go, no sharpener needed. That is a big plus. I freaking hate having to sharpen my Catrice eyebrow pencil all the time. So, Boxy tip, apply to brows, fill in, define, and color. So that's pretty basic, so let's give this a whirl. I don't know how to explain how I feel about this. It's very precise, but I just feel like it doesn't go on as smoothly as my Catrice eyebrow pencil. Okay guys, so there is what that looks like compared to my brow that doesn't have anything on it. So yeah, I'd say altogether a good product. It takes a little bit of a learning process, I would say, because I'm so used to using like a traditional pencil, not kind of like a retractable pencil pen thing. So yeah, but it's a decent product and it will get used. So guys, now we're moving into the star of the show, in my opinion, which is the Soiree Diaries by Pure Cosmetics. Beautiful shades. Okay guys, so let's see what BoxyCharm has to say about this. Retail price for this palette is $34. This essential palette is filled with highly pigmented and silky smooth shadows. Boxy tip, use the colors in the vertical rows from top to bottom to add highlight, definition, and drama. So which row do we want to choose? Okay, I'm going to cheat and show you guys the last item for the face, which is this brown lip cream. So I wanted to kind of like go with a look with the shadows here. I think I might go for this row. So I left my eyeshadow primer downstairs and I'm too lazy to go get it. So I'm going to take some of this Revlon Color Stay and I'm just going to pat it over my eye and use that as my primer. Hopefully that doesn't cause me any problems. Okay, I'm taking the Morphe M441. I'm going to go in with Socialite, the top shade. This is the lightest. And just kind of use that as my transition shade, crease shade, whatever you want to call it. So to me, I feel like this isn't super pigmented. I'm taking this all around my crease, a little above it, a little below it. Next, I'm going to take this like chocolate brown shade and go in my outer corner. Just do a basic look today. Oh, this is a very pretty shade, guys. And if you hear something, that is my dog in the background, sniffing around my room. Okay, I think I want to make it even darker and to reapply back here. Eve, stop. While I'm using this shade, I'm going to go ahead and put it on my lower lash. Okay, and lastly, we're going to take the metallic at the bottom, the twinkle, and pack it on the center of the lid. Okay guys, that is looking great right now. I really like this palette. I feel like the colors, the shadows are really like blending well together and transitioning together. I just feel like that's a really pretty look. Let me zoom in a little closer so you can see that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my other eye and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I put my eyeshadow on my other eye, I put some eyeliner on, some mascara, so we are back in business and time to put on some lips, which I showed you guys. We got this Ultra Satin Lip Color by ColourPop, and the shade is Mess Around. Okay, where's my little sheet? Okay, so Ultra Satin Lip retails for $6. ColourPop is definitely affordable. I must say I was kind of disappointed with the shade that I got in this BoxyCharm, only because I have a very similar shade from Anastasia, and that shade is Sepia, however you say that. Let me show you guys on my hand. So I guess actually seeing them with the bright light shining on them, there definitely is a difference. The one with the reddish tint, that is the Anastasia that I have, and the plain brown, that is the ColourPop. So let's go ahead and apply this, and hopefully it won't look too bizarre. Hey guys, so this is the finished look using September's BoxyCharm. And as far as the lips go, I was afraid it's going to be like really like crazy looking, but I actually kind of like it. I feel like if I lived in a city, I would try and pull off looks like this all the time, but I feel like in this small town, like, people are gonna be like, seriously, who are you trying to be? They probably already think that. I know I shouldn't care about what people think, but this is just a pretty crazy shade for me to wear, but I actually really do like it. Like, looking at the camera right now, like, I feel like this look is really nice. Lastly guys, something I didn't cover in this kind of impressions of our BoxyCharm was the Brio Geo Don't Despair Repair. It's a hair mask. So yeah, I haven't tested this product out yet, but I definitely want to. My hair is pretty damaged. I haven't got it cut in a while, so I probably have like a lot of split ends. So as you guys know, I love to rate everything. So I'm not going to rate each product individually because I know that would be very time consuming, but I'm going to give an overall September BoxyCharm a rating of I'm going to give it an 8, because what's great about this BoxyCharm is most BoxyCharms come with 4 to 5 items. This one came with 6, and I'm loving most of the products. So yeah, anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!